So for today's writing lesson, we're going to teach you how to do a sentence fix-it using the OneDrive program. This is the same program that you guys use to mark up your exit tickets, only this time you're going to be marking up a sentence fix-it. So every slide has a similar format when you do a sentence fix-it. It's going to have up here a table that helps you keep track of your COPS process. It also tells you how many mistakes you have in your sentence, and then you have your sentence in the center of the screen. Now, whenever we were editing a sentence, we would use our COPS tool. That means we would break down mistake by mistake, asking ourselves, C in COPS, capitalization. Did I uppercase the correct letters in this sentence? Then we would move on to the letter O in COPS for organization. Does the sentence make sense when I read it? Then P for punctuation. Did I include correct punctuation marks? Those are things like ending marks or commas or quotation marks. And then finally, the S in COPS stands for spelling. Is everything spelled correctly in the sentence? Now, use this table to tally up how many mistakes you find in each category. This sentence has 3 mistakes. So in this table, we're going to tally up 3 mistakes, either in capitalization, organization, punctuation, or spelling. I'm going to start with capitalization. Did I uppercase the correct letters? Well, looking at the sentence, I know that there aren't any uppercase letters. Sometimes people uppercase letters when they don't need to, but in this sentence, there's no uppercase letters at all. And I know that at the start of the sentence, we should have 1 uppercase letter. So I'm on my draw screen. I'm going to select my pen tool, and I'm going to make an editing mark to show where the uppercase letter should be. And that's in the first letter of the sentence. I use 3 lines to show what letters need a capitalization fix. Now, I'm also going to draw a tally in capitalization because I found a capitalization mistake. When I feel like I found all the capitalization mistakes, I move on to the next letter in COPS, which is O for organization. Does the sentence make sense when I read it? What time do us go to lunch? Nope, it really doesn't make sense when I read it out loud. So I have to find exactly what's the word that's throwing off the entire sentence. What time do us go to lunch? I'm not liking the way that us sounds. So I need to cross out us, but I have to offer a suggestion. What can I do to replace the word us? What time do we go to lunch? And I go back to my table and I mark that I found an organization mistake by drawing a tally. Then when I feel like I found all the organizational mistakes in the sentence, I move on to P for punctuation. Did I include the correct punctuation marks? Well, I mentioned before that one of the punctuation marks that we really look at the most in 2nd grade are ending marks. How do we end the sentence? And looking at the sentence right here, there is no ending mark at all. There's no period, there's no question mark, there's no exclamation mark. So I need to include an ending mark. What time do we go to lunch is a question. So I need to end it with a question mark, and I'm going to tally up my punctuation mistake. According to this information right here, there are 3 mistakes in the sentence, and so far I found 1, 2, 3. So that means that there are no spelling mistakes in this sentence. So now that I've marked up my sentence, I've marked up my table, it's time for me to move into the next part of editing a sentence, which is rewriting it with all of the mistakes fixed. Type your edited sentence in the box below. If I click on, oops, see, here's a mistake you might make. I'm still on my drawing tool, so whenever I click, it thinks I want to draw. Whenever you're done drawing, make sure you go back to click on Draw with Touch or Select. That means that your mouse is going to go back to work instead of your drawing tool. So I'm going to click on Select. And now I can use my mouse again. When I hover my mouse over this sentence, notice that the typing header is now popping up. And if I click, it lets me edit the sentence. So I'm going to backspace this sentence. And I'm going to write the sentence that's in the box above with my fixes, starting with capital W, by hitting Shift and W at the same time. What space time space do we, that's the mistake that I had fixed before, go to lunch? And I get the question mark by hitting Shift and the slash with the question mark up at the top of the key, and then I can get the question mark. If you want to make your text box bigger, if you don't like that it made 2 lines, you can drag the size of your text box so that it fits the entire box. If you feel like your text is too small, if you double click, the entire sentence will be highlighted and it will let you change the size of your font to something bigger. And you can also customize your text there too. So now that I've typed my new sentence, I have fully completed my sentence fix-it. Now it's your turn. You're going to have a different sentence than the one I gave you as an example. So good luck.